Hello, everyone. Welcome to Here There Be Monsters. My name is Etma from the Mortal Woes. Today, we're going to be playing our episode 7 of Rin Chronicles, the second campaign running in the Kingdoms of Rin, a world made by Mercy and Here There Be Monsters. Thanks for letting me be a part of it. Appreciate it. Last session, party finished talking with a farmstead owner. We got a little bit of clues from, a little bit about what happened at the village. Everyone's missing, including Barther's family. He did find his cat, though. Outside of the clues from scratch marks on on door frames and stuff, he mentioned them being like fiendish looking. He really only got a glimpse of one because he's the elder and they wanted him to be safe. He was kind of ushered to a safe location and put in the hole in the ground. But he mentioned the one he did see, very tall, taller than Keen, and reddish skin and very big claws. So there's a little bit of a glimpse of what they got, and then they decided to search and see if they could find tracks or a trail. And they found some parting of the brush and stuff on the outskirts of the village, and they trained a new mount for Shell. So Bacon, maybe a war steed to come, so Shell can ride Bacon, the pig, into battle. That was a good time there. Nat 20s, they throw things for a loop sometimes, but it was a good moment. As they did kind of keep searching, they were going from trail to trail, finding different parts of parted brush, and they ended up stumbling onto a goblin camp. Initially, they did try to push them, or tell them to go away first. People they don't know encroaching into their little camp. Where do the goblins come from? They'll never find out now, but they were taken care of. The party did take some damage. Jimmy is pretty badly wounded. Barther didn't take any hits this time. He's just still low from the first battle. He doesn't ever know when to rest. But they did take care of the camp, and that is where the last session ended. And we are still in the third day of late spring. Is approaching evening. They have been following this trail for a while, so we'll be approaching evening time. And we'll see where they go from here. So with that being said, another thing, I guess something I never really mentioned. Mercy, we do appreciate you letting us have some of our creative liberties from the Mortal Woes and letting us, build our own intro and stuff, and taking the prayer to Banah. And, some of our overlays and things, because we try to be overly dramatic, I think, but we do appreciate that too, very, very much. That being said, though, we're going to hop right into the prayer Banah and see what our players want to do from here.
From cult to church, the truth was spread, and the heretics were filled with dread. They lied, they stole, the peace we had, no longer whole. They sought to kill and undermine But truth was found before the time, and we banished them, all but a few, then built ourselves a kingdom new. No longer marked by war and sin, Barther did give his grace to men. No gods nor fiends, not great nor small, can penetrate his peaceful wall. From mountains to the ocean's blue, this peace will last us long and true.
So we left off with you guys cleaning up the goblin village. And I could have sworn Jimmy was hurt pretty good, but it doesn't reflect.
Jimmy is at 0 hit points unless something is changed that I'm not aware of.
He's disabled.
That's right.
And he's, I believe he described himself as having his stomach kind of leaning against the back of the tree for support.
Yeah, he was.
Like
yeah, because he didn't actually go unconscious.
Yeah,
he was like, I can't remember the term, the 3.5. Since he didn't go below 0, he was taken exactly to 0, and so
disabled.
Do whatever actions. Yeah,
normal, alive, whatever you want to call it, and then disabled at 0, and then dying between -1 and -9, inclusive. Dead at -10, I guess, if that wasn't obvious.
Yeah. Shell, I did put you on the map so you can see. I don't know if you wouldn't be able to see or not. I put it as like founder or whatever. But you're technically maybe 100 meters away, if that. Sitting with Bacon to keep him safe. That was what the plan was. So I'd say you'd be able to feel free to enter the scene at any point now that a battle is over, and we're just going to put the ball right in everybody's court. Take it right off from where we ended. It is approaching the evening, so it does look like the sun will be setting soon.
Guys, I have this great idea. We could totally steal their tent. Thoughts? I'm tired. I'm still healing. Jimmy's over there dying by a tree. I point in his general direction. We should totally take a quick 8-hour power nap. Thoughts? Kit, what do you think? High five? Really? Kat, you have to agree with me on something. I spent like a whole week trying to find you. Ugh.
I honestly think everyone would be coming out of that battle mode and then hearing that Jimmy's really hurt. He would kind of put his war axe back on his belt, lay down his shield, and try to carefully lift him over to bring to Shell. Thorfinn has a strength of 15. Jimmy's probably not wearing.
So
that
we
much
taking a
armor
nap,
than
Mr. Thorfinn? Because I could help carry him if you want. I have a what's a strength set?
Oh. I can carry him. I wanted to see if Shell can tend to his wound.
instead of moving him, why don't we just, wave Shell over and have Shell bring the pig over?
Because I want a
lay
lifeguard
hands,
hold him. I
on
want a
hands,
lifeguard hold him.
and just like heal him a little bit. And then
Come
after
on,
we heal him a little bit, we
Thorfinn.
can focus on everything else.
Come on, Thorfinn. You get the arms, I get the legs. We carry him there. Thoughts?
I'm still waiting on GM screen, by the way. But I think if
Thorfinn
I would
will
have saw
set
Jimmy like
Jimmy
rolling
down
or like falling towards the tree and like going unconscious, I would probably have rushed in. Jimmy, no.
You can see like
We're able to see
Barther
him.
like trying to like pick up Jimmy and slowly bring him over to you. As you rush over, he's just like, "Oh, I guess this is redundant now, isn't it?" He just gently places him on the floor, but kind of just releases too fast, and he kind of slumps backwards a bit, and he catches him like last second.
Oh, Jimmy, what have you gotten yourself into this time? And I'll use both charges of cure minor wounds to heal him for 2 points. Jimmy, are you okay?
Jimmy, you did heal him, but he is appears to be out cold at the moment.
Not time.
He's stable. We should get him somewhere safe.
Yeah.
Oh,
So those that are like next to him, and I guess it could be maybe like a shock to. Well, I don't know how religious Barther actually is, but seeing Shell,
What's a religion?
magically cure, like see his like wounds, the bleeding stop and the wound kind of seal. Maybe a little bit of a, without like a prayer or anything, right? So those of you next to could be a little different than the norm.
Miss. He puts his arm on her shoulder and completely overjoyed. What did you just do? That was really cool. Please teach me. Please take me to your magical tower. Teach me your ways. Please.
Magical ways? What do you mean?
You just healed that guy, Jimmy. He waves his hand in front of him, seeing if he's awake.
Didn't do
He's
it.
out cold.
Gligbin
If you
did it,
didn't-
not me.
If you didn't do it, then who?
Well, there's my husband, of course.
Oh. You have to tell him. You have to tell him to meet me sometime. I want to learn some magic.
I think first you need to learn to read.
Damn. Nah, sorcerers could do it without reading. I can do it without reading. I just need good genetics.
I think you have too many hit points to be a sorcerer.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if you really need to be able to read, but that's just besides the point. Let's get Jimmy to safety. This is too dangerous to be waiting around here.
Do we want to put him on the pig? I slightly gesture towards Bacon. we keep our arms open in case of emergency. You're gonna have to walk though, Shell. I'm sorry if you enjoyed the ride on Bacon.
Oh, well, that's okay.
We could secure him to the pig so he won't fall off.
It's really easy. What we
hey.
can do, DM, I'm going to look for 2 long sticks about 6 feet long, and then I'm going to create a litter out of those 2 6-foot long sticks by using a blanket. There's a triple fold technique that you can make a litter out of it, and that's what we'll use to carry Jimmy.
Oh, I was gonna say a lot more of a lot less intelligent way of doing it, but you see that pack on his back? We just take the pack that's already on him, I slide it under Bacon's feet, he lifts up his little pig legs, yes, Bacon, thank you very much, pat, pat, and then we're gonna just secure him like it's a seat belt, whatever that is. I have no concurrence of that at all. What is a seat belt? What am I referencing? I give like a dead look into nowhere. What's going on?
Can I use my either craft, tinkering, or survival to help aid Ian to building his body sled?
Oh, you're talking nonsense. I think you need rest.
What time is? Oh yeah, it's getting late anyway. So I mean, we could just
I've been bleeding out for a solid what? Well, I can't do math. What is this?
You can't read either, so
1, 2. What comes after 3, 4? No, it hasn't been 4. 3? No, it hasn't been 3. It's only been like 2. No, it hasn't been 2 days. He's just looking down at his hands, and he's just in utter like confusion. Yeah, I think I need some sleep.
Do any of the goblins appear to have anything that might be from Barther's homestead?
Oh yeah, I should probably go look at those guys.
From whose homestead?
From
My
his homestead.
homestead,
Barther's.
my home, my brothers, my compatriots, my besto friendos from the hit, from my farm. My mom stuff, preferably, but she hasn't been here in a while, so I don't know why they would carry anything of hers. Why am I rambling again?
You give me a
Anyway.
search, right? See what you find. See what you find.
Thorfinn was just putting up the idea so he could aid Barther if he was going to look.
A search is a solid -1. Oh well. The idiot is searching.
Another would give you a +2, so that would be
+1 at the least. 1
Yeah.
maximum.
Hey.
17 plus a variable.
It's 1, so it's 18.
You find, well, after a few minutes, kind of go through the most of the. What you mainly find is one of the like daggers is like okay from the goblin rogue, and then the warrior's like sword is extremely rusty. And
Tetanus blade. What's a tetanus?
probably not even usable, or like no one would buy it for sure. Like it's just junk. And you find a bag of 50 like copper. Yeah.
Money. Yoink. Hey, does anybody want a name tetanus blade? Eh?
There's some like rags and a couple of furs, but
Let's bring back the the blade.
I called dibs on the dagger. Oh wait, hold on. Do I actually have a dagger? I start fiddling through my pack and I swish past my cat constantly. Move! Can you hop out for a second? No, you don't feel like it? Yeah, that makes sense. You are a cat. Hey, does anybody need a spare dagger? I already have one. I pull out one from my pack. And I gesture at you guys. Does anybody need an extra dagger? I mean, Jimmy could use it because he looks like a rogue kind of person, but I don't know, he's kind of not exactly the most conscious right now, so it's up for grabs for anybody else if you guys want it.
Yeah, did you notice anything peculiar around his injuries? Just normal.
Whose injuries? Oh, Jimmy.
Jimmy's.
It just looks like he was. Mr. DM, sir. Mr. DM, sir.
Was asking
How was he hit last time?
He was shanked, but I mean, to you, it would just look like a kind of like scarring at this point, because no one actually looked at his wounds, right? Shell just kind of ran up in a hurry and healed him and kind of sealed his wounds. So at the moment, this looks like he has probably like a couple like 2 to 3 inch vertical scars, like where his like shirt was kind of cut, stabbed through.
The look of these weapons and the fact that these are goblins, we might want to pick up stone.
Katniss blade. I'm still gesturing. I'm still gesturing at the small, like rigeted sword that's all rusty. Katniss blade. It'll do some form of magic damage. I'm telling you, this thing is totally magic. There's runes written all over it. I'm telling you now.
Does Thorfinn know that goblins more so just steal weapons rather than make their own, or I should say, does he have any insight into a bit of
You're asking if Barther knows?
no, just Thorfinn, like
and
that he has experience with fighting them.
Yeah, no, I would say that's
if they make their own.
Yeah, I would say you know that. I mean, especially a displaced single goblin camp like this, it's probably stuff they've acquired.
Yeah,
and it's weird that they're just in a camp on their own for one. And since you're a part of the militia, I think something else you would know for sure is these are most likely just runaways from like the work, like either they weren't a part of being with the orcs or they took advantage of the orcs losing and ditched them. Either way, something of the sort.
Did you ditch the orcs and move over here and try and steal this sword off my pops? I'm gesturing towards the like sorcerer. You did this. You could speak English. I know fully well. You teamed up. You jumped my dad because he wouldn't have fallen to you weak goblins. Yeah. I'm talking to you. I'm still talking to the corpse. It's working, guys. I'm intimidating them. I give them a thumbs up.
I feel like,
and this is totally because I'm exhausted. I'm just really tired, so I'm just delusional.
Should we put out the fire before we leave? We'll have to carry the ledger back.
Can I carry the litter? I mean, this is treasure, clearly. But I'll carry it if you guys don't want this singular useful dagger, this tetanus blade of Enchantica, and this, 10 copper? It was 10 copper, Mr. DM, sir, right?
There's a bag of 50 copper.
Oh, it's 50 copper. I can't count, so I'm gonna say it's 10.
Careful,
You don't want all this?
Her with a finger.
That makes sense. I throw dirt onto the fire to turn it to smother it and have it off. I don't think that's the right term, but I'm going to get rid of the oxygen. And then I just come back with gleeful arms and bags under my eyes, and I just hand Shell all this useless junk except for the money because I can't count and I know copper's good.
Well, I'm not very strong. Maybe, perhaps you should hold on to this until we get back. You may be a little worse for wear, as she slaps you on the back, but, you still got some brawn to you, young man. She, squeezes one of your biceps.
So, Thorfinn, do we need to collect any of the, parts of the goblins as proof of the kill, like their ear or anything like that?
Well, I split that guy in half. So you just want to take half of him? I point at the one I split in half.
It is the method of the militia to collect at least the goblin ears to confirm that they've been dispatched. They might have been part of the attackers on Capstone, or they might have just been scavengers waiting to pick among the remnants afterwards.
Alright, then Ian will go around and collect the ears. And
do we need a specific ear and they just count the whole thing is over, Mr. Thorfinn, or is it I have to get all of them? Or is it just I cut off the wizard's ear and that one counts as it's the high the high goblin, and I just start rambling on about the different ways that this could go, and as I was saying, these ears are clearly hey, and you got them all? Okay, my argument doesn't stand at all.
I believe it's 1 ear per goblin is enough.
As long as they're the same ear.
Yeah, I was thinking to take the same ear on all the goblins.
I can take part of the front of the litter because I have a lit torch. Here, would you be able to take the back?
Yeah, I can do that.
I don't want Barther lifting too much. He's still in recovery.
Oh shoot, should I write down the sword and all that in my inventory? I'm gonna do that now. Oh shoot, I don't know how to spell tetanus. I'm just my character.
I feel also we can inform them about what happened to the homestead, and perhaps we can get some more information on what to do. Because this is it's definitely a captive situation.
Well, shall we be off then?
Hey, Mr. DM, sir, how much does all that weigh? Because that's apparently important. Or are we 5Eing this and say that doesn't matter? Or, sorry, not... Yeah, 5E is the right one.
It matters.
Yeah, encumbrance is a thing.
Man, what is this, a Bethesda game?
50 coins would be a pound. I was swapping from my phone to the computer, so I didn't catch whatever else there was.
Rusty
Yes.
sword or tetanus blade and some random
So-
dagger.
A rusty short sword and a dagger.
Also, Mr. DM, sir, I do not know where my money is on my character sheet. I also just might be stupid.
Dagger is also 1 pound. Short sword is 2 pounds. So unless you were super close to an encumbrance band, it probably won't change anything.
Yeah. 4 total pounds.
Also, I'm going to move us into the protected voice chat really quick now that I'm on the computer.
Okay.
Can Hien roll for searching to see if we can't find the path? Or Barther or somebody?
Yeah, you can roll. Someone can roll. As you look to find your path back.
Wait, what is a search stat?
I think it's. I think we're. Are we searching or is it survival or which one is it?
Well, if it's survival, I can tell you that I have good survival. Apparently.
Would Thorfinn having the lit torch be a way of giving aid to survival roll?
Yeah.
Because he's providing light for them to find the path.
Don't have your survivals and stuff on here, but
I got a 3.
yeah, we used survival to get out here, so I'll say we should use survival to get back.
Yeah, survival is usually kind of for navigation, among other things.
13 plus 3, so that's a 16 plus or no.
Oh, I didn't aid. Sorry.
No,
What?
it's all right. Yeah,
And I
Yes.
had a bit of age.
kind of look around a little bit, and you get back to the. Luckily, you remember a couple of the trees you came in by, and then you're able to notice the path you came in. It helps having a huge pig walk with you to really break down the brush and stuff on.
Good job, Bacon.
So you're able to definitely find your way back, or find your route. That is.
Did we lose the path that we were trying to follow for the people from Barther's town area?
No one has looked for it since you guys fought the goblins.
Could I do that again?
Can we look for that instead of the path back?
Sure. I'll
Do you
keep
want
the
new rolls? or
No,
keep-
I'll keep this. I'll keep the 16.
Okay.
So,
My fault.
near the northern side of the camp. So once again, you find a couple more, a spot where there's beaten down brush, and you don't necessarily make out actual footprints, but we're able to see where a multitude has walked through.
All right. Do we want to follow that?
So okay, guys. So we either go back, take a quick power nap, go heal up our wounds, do the sad not gonna find my people, they might die strategy, or we push our luck and keep going. Honestly, I say we push our luck and keep going, despite the fact how sleep deprived I am. Come on, Bacon, you know it.
And what time of day is it right now?
It's evening.
So
High five.
we can either
Come on.
continue to go or take a break for the night and try to pick up the trail in the morning, since we have a general idea of where to start.
But my parent, as I haven't seen my mom in a while, could have died by the time we take. Just saying, my people could totally have been slaughtered in the time it takes us to take, a 4-hour nap?
I understand what you're saying, but we could be slaughtered by not taking a break.
You look at the unconscious Jimmy, Barther.
I mean, I know we got a war pig. I get it. And Bacon's pretty powerful. He really showed his stuff in that last fight, but just saying, like, maybe a rest, get some of our spells back, and be able to pump some more hit points into people before going into the fray or whatever. I don't know.
Plus,
Hey Kit, you're the deciding factor on this.
Plus-
Do I do the super cool thing and go in and like totally die and live, or do I B take a nap like a cat would and heal? Wink, wink. Oh, come on, dude. You're supposed to agree with me. We're best friends. Really? Come on, man. Fine, I'll deal with the cat.
what's worth more, getting your revenge or being alive with your family when we find them?
Well, the
Well, what's worth
Batman
more?
response would be vengeance. I need to avenge my family. But
Well,
also, I'm tired and exhaustion is bad metagaming wise, so I kind of want to take a nap.
so, I mean, you got to think of it this way. You can go forward. We can all go forward. We can fight. And, you know, if you die, then you won't even be able to bury your family.
We'd have to bury you. I don't think you want that.
Kit, come on. Nope, he's still not agreeing with me. I'll take a nap. I call
Yeah.
dibs on the tent.
So
There's a
that was
bit of
the-
a side to. Oh, go ahead.
I
If you
think
want,
that,
I'll take Jimmy in there too. The damaged people sleep in the nice warm tent. People that haven't taken damage sleep outside. Thoughts?
I think
Come
that,
on.
I think that
Come
no
on,
matter,
Bacon.
no matter
Really?
what we do,
Okay,
whether
fine.
it's move forward or go back to town, I think we should rest. I know this is
Yes.
a well-known goblin site, so the likelihood of things wanting to attack, I don't know, could be higher or lower depending on how they view goblins in this area. If I get the first 4 hours of sleep, I can take the watch for the rest of the night. I don't mind.
I'll take the first watch.
All right, so
That
that
way
will
you
at
can
least
continue.
let me sleep for 4, and then I can, because I only need 4 hours of sleep, and then I can stay up the rest of the night.
Besides, Barther, if we find them and you play your cards right, you might be able to trick the goblins into thinking you're a ghost. Or something.
Okay, so
They're not that
Jimmy's obviously sleeping. Barther's gonna sleep. Thorfinn's gonna stay up. Let's see. What about Shell? Is Shell staying up, or is Shell gonna go to sleep first? Is it we're gonna have 2 on or just 1?
Thorfinn, do you need an extra set of eyes with you during your watch, or should I go ahead and start my rest as well?
I wouldn't mind the company.
All right, cool. So those 2 will stay up first, and then after 4 hours, I'll take over, and I guess it'll just be me and Bacon.
You
Hey.
say that like it's a bad thing.
No, I'm not. It's a wild animal. Wild animals are very attuned to things going bump in the night. So we'll see how it goes.
Don't eat him. I cover his ears. Not yet, at least. If I'm not awake for the bacon, then I'm gonna be very upset.
All right, so that'll be the I guess the sleep order, since Barther's going to take advantage of full sleep. While Shell is on watch, maybe Shell can provide like medical aid to the wounded throughout the night, like assisting with their sleep and healing, if that makes sense.
I can do what I can.
Yeah.
Assisted sleep. 16 hours of sleep. I double it. My math was off. It's actually... No, it's 16. I'm just stupid. I thought it'd be 12.
All right. So, how do you want to work this, DM? Do you want rolls? Do you just want to do it
For
on the DM?
Talking about for your watch, or how
Yeah,
if you get rest or not? Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
I'll
he
just
doesn't
move my
have to do anything.
character. I'll move my character over. He's sleeping first, and then the other two are up
I'll be on top of the tent, but inside of the tent.
all at the same time.
Should we maybe make a small fire?
No, we had one until someone put it out. But anyway,
You asked me to.
That's when I thought that's when I thought we were going back to the village.
I would also say that before we go to sleep, we move the dead bodies away from camp, say to the west as far as possible. So I would like to move the dead bodies to the west about 100 meters.
Like, just before you mention like moving the bodies, Shell's like, yes, we should make effigy. Oh yes, we will move them away.
I don't know the rights for goblins, and so like 100 meters.
Yes.
No, we're not playing the forest. We're playing D&D.
He takes two of them at once and in his arms and just carts them off like sack.
You know, if we starve bacon long enough, we wouldn't even have to move them around, move them away. We just feed bacon.
Oh wow!
You're not making my pig a cannibal.
Wait, what?
That makes him less tasty.
You realize he's not eating pig.
Yeah, but I'd prefer not to eat myself, my people, through his digestive tract.
So
as the energy.
Goblins are
He's
your
just
people.
tired. He's confused.
I'm still rambling as I slowly go back into the tent.
Okay. Good night, Barther.
Good night.
Once everything's
Yeah,
moved,
like
Ian and
chloroform
Barther
on
will try to
Barther.
get some sleep.
Yup.
That's either
Well, then.
extremely good or extremely bad.
Yeah.
And suddenly a meteor falls on the area, and we all die.
Girlfriend probably spends part of his watch just cleaning off his war axe.
Oh, great. DM giggling is amazingly great suspense.
So,
Yeah.
the first watch goes by nothing. The first 4 hours it's pretty chill. You just have the as the sun begins to set, and you chew on your ration. As everyone, if you have rations, you need to eat it before you sleep. But the rain, a storm picks up, and then outside of the storm picking up, which unfortunate, you don't get the sound of the crickets. Everything's hiding from the thunderstorm, but it is pouring down. But for for Thorfinn, nothing happens. And then to wake up Heen, let's see, there's 1, 2, 5 of you, so
The pig gets it. Shucks.
Barther.
Gosh, dang it.
Something you do notice, Heen, while everyone's sleeping and you're kind of keeping your eye out. Barther is kind of tossing and turning. You dream of your missing parents and every different possible thing that could be happening to them. They're captured by orcs in chains, or they're in like some kind of, I guess you wouldn't really know what this is, but it's a nightmare. They're in a summoning circle, and there's guys chanting around them, slamming like staves down on the ground. Just nightmares. And you go through a bunch of different scenarios. You do not gain the benefits of a rest. But
So I'm still exhausted, and I don't. Does my rate? Is it like 3 point? Is it like 5e where I get my rage back when I sleep, or is it I get my rage back regardless, and it just has to hit a certain time? Also, am I still sleepy, or do I get my rest but I just don't heal, or do I heal but don't get my rest?
if I remember correctly, you didn't you get your see when you get your rage back. To go to barbarian, I guess. I forget when you actually get it back off the top of my head. A certain number of times per day. Constitution drops back to normal. Extra hit points are not super hit points while raging. Barbarian cannot use charisma.
Also, is rest needed for chaos? For chaos thingamajiggy.
I'd have to pull up the exact wording of the feat.
I can go look up on the feat. Rage, it looks like it's just times per day. It doesn't say anything about sleeping.
So
Yeah,
you would have your rage back, but you would have a point. No, you'll get a point of exhaustion for not. What is?
Wait, so I'm at 2 exhaustion now?
Yes.
Isn't like what is the second debuff for? I know I have. Oh wait, no, this isn't 5e. Never mind.
In 3.5, it's fatigued first and then exhausted. Those are separate conditions.
Yeah, so you'd be fatigued, and then now you would have exhaustion. So you have a -6. You move half speed, and you have a -6 on strength and dex. After an hour of complete rest, an exhausted character becomes fatigued. Fatigued character becomes So you need an hour of complete rest to go back to fatigued.
Can I just be a jerk in the morning? Like my cheery persona just demolishes because I didn't sleep, and it's just like, can you stop being senile for like 5 minutes?
So the rain does begin to stop as and you see like the sunbeams start peeking through the wood line, and through the god rays they call them.
Banal
The imaginary rooster crows, and
Pig. The pig does. Got it. So
yeah.
all right. So Bacon makes his noise that tells me it's time to wake up, and I go ahead and I get everybody else up. And we devour Bacon and we move on our way to the north. Right?
As you are
Don't
waking
you
everybody
kill
up,
my pig!
Barther's just got like these bags, like he's wearing like eyeshadow under his eyes, and
He looks like a normal human. We can keep going.
You're the one that doesn't have to
Yes.
sleep.
You're right.
If
So
we had
let's go.
some coffee, that'd pick you right up.
Can I sleep on the pig? Listen, Jimmy. I know you're currently knocked out cold for some reason, but like, can I please take a sleep on that pig? Pretty please. I'm gonna take that as a yes.
No.
I flop onto Bacon, and it doesn't help at all, and Bacon just collapses under my weight.
And then we get breakfast. Good.
Jimmy's on a litter though, isn't he?
Yeah, Jimmy would still be on the litter. We'd have to be carrying Jimmy. So
Bacon's free game then at that point as a mount.
Is there a way we could tie part of the litter to Bacon?
yes, actually, you could set up the litter to where the two of the handles on one side could actually be tied up to Bacon, and then dragged behind Bacon as Bacon moved.
Yeah.
And since Bacon knocks everything over in front of it, it would clear the path nicely for the litter.
You think the trail's gone away because of the rain here?
Well, I don't know. We can come back over to where we found it and see if we can't follow it or whatnot.
Was it a mild rain or was it a downpour?
It was a downpour. To be specific, it was a strong rain.
Awesome. So we'll just come back, after we harness up the pig and get the litter situated, and I guess Barther is stumbling on for himself. We can come back up here to the north part of the map and then go in the direction that the feet were going.
If it helps, Thorfinn would try to find like a stray branch and kind of shape it with his war axe to make like a walking stick for Barther to hold himself up with.
So I don't get to get pulled by my pig?
No,
Need I mention I brought him here?
the pig is pulling the unconscious one.
He can sleep on top of me for all I care. I'm tired.
So let me get this right. You can't read, and you can't add, and now you can't sleep?
Screw you. I'm taking a nap. If any of y'all died of some specific 12 damage, that's your fault. I'm taking a nap because I'm tired. And I immediately ragdoll onto the, fraily thingy that's attached to Bacon.
So you're using Jimmy as a blanket now?
Yeah, I'm using him as a blanket.
Okay.
And if you want to be that way,
Every 5 minutes I poke
Thorfinn
Barther.
goes and Thorfinn goes and ties Barther to Jimmy.
Every 5 minutes I poke
You
Barther.
want to sleep on the pig? You can sleep on the pig. But you're not going anywhere.
Well,
in hindsight, I shouldn't have done this because it's really easy to kill me. But then again, you don't really want to deal with an angry, sleepless barbarian at this point.
When is a barbarian never angry?
They're eating.
True.
That's like most of the day.
Like I said, every 5 minutes I'll poke Barther. Since he's tied up and can't get to me, it's gonna be great.
I'll kill you!
Movement at half speed, -6 dex and -6 strength. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how that
oh
plays
man,
out.
it's rough.
And then he
Yeah.
rages.
Don't poke him too much. He won't be in that rope forever.
I feel like I just flip over the pig and just have him up vertical and I'm standing there.
Jimmy
Like
Tiny
he's on my
back.
backpack.
How's Shell taking all this?
Just pretty confused. Just waiting to get out of the forest is
Yeah.
all, I suppose.
Yeah.
Really need to get Jimmy back to a safe place.
Yes.
Fear for his safety.
So Shell, while we wait for, I guess, the lazy barbarian, would you like to play a game of cornhole?
Cornhole?
Yeah, sure. You got to throw this like little sack into that little hole.
Oh.
Oh, so we're letting him sleep. I thought we were moving and he
I
was
thought we were
sleeping
moving
on the
too,
way.
but I didn't. We haven't heard anything else. So I thought we were going to move and I was going to poke him.
You guys can move.
Wait, we're not moving? I could have slept in the tent.
No, we are moving. Okay, good.
Okay.
Yes, we're moving. We're moving.
I'm just going to walk next to him and like drop water on his forehead as he sleeps.
Not the Chinese torture method.
Yeah, that's what you're going to have.
Yep, they used to do that in the Gnomish Gulag.
Isn't that a soup?
Cocks
Isn't
an
that a soup?
eyebrow at. And what would a sweet gnome like yourself know about a gulag?
What's a gulag?
Or perhaps Shell isn't as sweet as you've taken yourself to be.
No, I'm very sweet sometimes.
Yes, you are.
Thorfinn, make sure you remember that you said Shell wasn't sweet when you need a heal.
No. I was
Backtracking
merely
already.
making a slight inference. I never said anything as fact.
Yep, backtracking already, I see. Just like most dwarves.
Not a
didn't take
needer
anything
of
personally.
sleep. And in my sleep is a retort. It's completely to a dream version of Ian. Like in my head, I'm
Ian,
currently holding him in a headlock.
Focused on
So are
Keen
we
as a
all
good for
playing?
something at least.
Are we all playing cornhole on our
No.
way back?
No, we're playing pin the tail on the barbarian as he rides the pig.
Oh, that sounds painful.
Yeah.
Should I use my
how-
crossbow?
Yes, please.
Pin the crossbow on the pig.
On the barbarian, not the pig.
Oh, on the barbarian.
Statistically,
So they
is there a damage bonus
they pick and
to
shoot
crossbows?
out the litter.
Who's navigating with Barther? Because Barther did the last survival check. Like, you guys can find the path you already found. That's okay.
Yeah, we know which way it was headed, so we can just keep walking in that direction, right?
Yeah, but you need to. You'll definitely need
like Thorfinn would be
a survival to continue maintaining that path, because it's not like a road or an actual footpath. You're using evidence of broken brush and things like that to follow it. So I was gonna. You would definitely need a number of survival checks as we travel this path.
Does the pig have the ability to sniff it, like a truffle pig? But now it can like.
We tried that last time. It didn't work. Smells too strong of an ability, apparently.
Bacon's also a male pig.
It also just rained really bad. So, unless you have an actual item from the field,
All right, so who's gonna roll for this?
You can try it.
Well, I can lead it for a little bit.
For survival? You're a good survivalist there, Shell?
Well, I've survived my own people.
I don't know what that means. So I'm just gonna roll for support and follow, Shell. Like, here's some support, Shell. I'll try to help. Here you go. Look, I got a 15 for support. I supported. Yay!
Woohoo!
Survive your people.
Was it just a straight roll?
That's right.
I'm assuming.
I forgot you
Here
have
we
to
go.
roll for another. I thought that was just a combat.
Look, a 15. That's
so
great.
That is an 18 total.
And then my 2 for assistance would make it a 20.
20.
And all right, good roll.
Yeah, being forced out of my homeland, I had to become a survivor. It's a long road trying to find a place where you feel welcome.
So you guys follow this path for a couple hours. So I'm gonna pull up a map on stream.
Would you say it's more than 2?
I think people can see it.
When was it when we awoke? Would it be like 8 o'clock in the morning? 8 o'clock in the morning?
Currently, you guys are like north, like west-ish of Capstone in the forest.
Oh, northwest. Wow.
You guys follow this path for a couple hours back and forth. You don't run into anything nothing attacks. No wildlife attacks you. There's no goblins waiting about.
Along the way, are there any signs of the horses? Because I know Thorfinn spotted sign before we got to Barther's homestead that there was potential for the horses being on the side quadrant of Capstone.
So up here, you have not. Every probably 20 to 30 minutes or so, it was Shell that rolled, right?
Yeah.
Shell pulls her goggles down and flips the lenses in and out. So finds another broken twig or part of the path that clearly these people have traveled, and that goes on for a couple hours, and then you guys you stumble towards, it's not necessarily, you're near the edge of the mountain range at this point. And it's almost like kind of like a broken, like crumbling stone wall that kind of builds out of the base of this mountain range, like a just kind of like open gate. You guys are at this point a few hours trek away from Capstone. You're almost to the point to where you're almost at like the border of the elf lands and Capstone.
Perfect.
Would you say it has been more than 2 hours?
No, I've kept you awake the whole time.
It's definitely been a couple hours, which we're gonna do a roll for your sleeping as well in a second. But it's you see almost like a mausoleum entrance, just kind of in the center of this crumbling, like ruined stone structures.
Awesome. Warm and fuzzy feel.
Wait, so we see a mausoleum?
Yeah.
It looks similar, like in terms of something you could relate it to.
Isn't that doesn't that fit in with Shell pretty well?
How far ahead is it?
So you see probably because it's outside the wood line at the edge of the, like right at the edge of the mountain range. So there's like what do they call that? I guess a meadow per se, or like a pasture almost, right? I guess a pasture is where actual wildlife is, but a meadow that's probably 100 meters gap from the wood line to the mountain range itself. And that's where, so you kind of spot that you see that from the edge of the wood line as you guys get to the edge.
Is there any writing on the mausoleum?
Not that you can make out from this far.
Okay, too far.
I will continually cast Detect Undead.
You were saying.
What does that look like?
I have Death Watch, so I can cast it at will. So I just put on my goggles and turn down the lenses that switch from orange to purple.
Should we check it out?
Well, that's the way the footprints went, so let's keep going.
Glegwin, perhaps your friends might be here.
Whatever came of those claw marks?
I didn't see any claw marks.
Is Barther okay? I think
Yes,
he's
he's
talking
sleeping.
in his sleep.
Yep. He's dreaming about the cat.
You're a good kitty. You're so cute.
Imagine he's petting Jimmy right now.
Yep, he's petting Jimmy.
No, I totally would. It's either Jimmy or Bacon. Take your poison.
So, trying to think of what would be a good roll to see how well you slept on a moving pig on a stretcher with a human as a blanket.
Endurance?
Balance check?
Oh wait, no, endurance is not specific because it's 5e.
It might just be like a Constitution save.
How about a
Endurance.
comfort check?
What was it? You were trying to do?
So I'm trying to see how well he slept on. He's been trying to sleep for a couple hours on the stretcher that they created that's halfway tied to Bacon. The other end is being like carried by someone. He's laying on this and using Jimmy as a blanket. I mean, so I'm just trying to. He's trying to see if he got an hour of rest. So, if you're really talking, I've slept in a lot of crazy places, just because of army. So it can happen. So I was wondering if there's like a roll to see if it could happen. Like I was thinking con, but I don't. It's like a con save.
It's kind of tough because generally it'd be more of like con check to try and stay. Wow, I can word. Con check to try to stay awake.
Oh, true.
Or avoid
But
exhaustion.
I don't see why you couldn't invert that if you're going for a little bit of RNG flavor.
Wouldn't it be a charisma thing?
Joke's on you, my charisma's high.
A barbarian with a high charisma. Priceless.
Can't make me smart, sleeping good, nerd.
It's a con save. You just have to roll low instead of high.
Fail the con save to stay awake.
Fail the con save so you fall asleep.
All right.
Also, I'm going to check VM real quick.
So what does he need to roll to pass? Like a
I hope you know, Barther is immediately going to try his hardest not to punch Ian the second he gets out of his restraints.
Yeah, so roll me a con save. Or I guess it'd be not con save, right? It'd be a fort save.
Yeah, fortitude.
he rolled high.
13 plus. Forgery, no. Wait, where do I find fortitude? Is that just con, or is it that different?
Yeah. Well, it depends if you're like proficient with it or not. I have your stats pulled up though.
So he didn't roll low.
Plus
Is it a
5.
save? If it
it's
is,
plus 5.
okay.
Fortitude. Well, yeah. So it'd either be a fortitude saving throw or a constant, or just like a con check.
And you wanted low, not high, and you got 18. So it's good.
I'll say he wants high. He wants to beat my DC.
No, I thought
I
low to fail the
determined.
save.
His
Stay awake.
DC's a million. I ain't beating that. I can't fight God.
You guys do notice for the past hour, even though Ian, when you try to poke him every now and then, it's just like loud snores. So he did maintain his sleep. So you are back to, as you guys get to the edge of the wood line, and that's probably when Barther starts to you wake up because you got used to the like rocking motion of Bacon, and then it stopped. And then you wake up and you are now fatigued and not exhausted.
Alright, guys, now I'm just delusional and not a total jerk. Also, screw you, Ian. I hate you now.
I helped you fall asleep.
That's a bold-faced lie, and you know it.
I rocked you with bacon.
Thorfinn's gonna go over and kind of put a hand on Bar's mouth and do the quiet motion with his other hand before untying the ropes and then pointing towards the mausoleum in the distance.
And then when Barther sees the mausoleum, Ian will say, "We brought you to a place that'll let you sleep for longer."
Yeah.
Thorfinn's actively rubbing his temples like the. Well, it's no use just standing out here before we get another rainstorm. The tracks lead in and see if we can get inside.
Let's go. Lead the way, Bacon.
Ouch. So we'll be throwing you guys onto a board soon, but for now, it'll just be a little bit of theater of the mind until we get there.
Okay.
So bear with.
Not a problem. You realize theater of the mind is what created the war pig.
It's true. It's true. I love theater of the mind. So
I feel like during the watch, Shell might have, aside from cleaning the war axe, Thorfinn might have spent some time looking over a small stone that he has in his possession. Just wanted to add that in.
okay. Was someone on watch with you, or did I miss that?
Yeah, Shell was.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, but Shell was tending to Jimmy and Barther while they slept. You know, the whole get first aid while they sleep thing.
Some reason I missed that. Sorry. I would say you were trying to do that when Shell wasn't looking, or you didn't.
I would say try to do it when she's not looking. He doesn't bring it up in verbal commentary. Right. It's just something that he looks at and then puts back in his pocket. Kind of like if you had someone in your unit pick out their rosary.
Yeah, I got you.
Personal memento. Yeah. It's not a conversation piece. It's just something that they're personally involved with. Yeah.
Oh.
And did Barther, you're the one who found the claw marks, right? Did you tell us about them?
Yes, and also they were also with Mr. Old Man, sir, out in the south.
Yeah. Yeah, they were seen in 2 locations.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if Shell mentioned them, because Shell wasn't here, wasn't here last session, but kind of ended a session before that with the introduction of Theodore. So,
yeah.
But I don't. Is there a reason why Shell wouldn't have mentioned the claw marks in the under the windmill either?
He might be muted, Spio.
Not that I'm aware of.
So I would say it's already known.
Would Shell have been too busy to possibly get a glimpse of Thorfinn and his stone?
I could roll a spot, I guess, for while you were attending to the wounded to see if it's something maybe you would have noticed, I guess. Kind of a retroactive one.
Yeah.
While we
I'm on a waiting on GM. I can't roll. Quietly.
On the wrong.
Right.
Right.
That would be a 14 total.
Are you actively trying to hide it, Thorfinn? That's one thing.
I would.
No, you're doing it when you think she's not paying
I would
attention,
say-
I guess. But you're
Yeah.
if you're actively trying to
that would
hide it,
be-
then it would be
It
like
would be
a
actively.
what, a stealth or a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Sleight of hand, yeah, generally to conceal something.
Okay, so that would just be a flat roll, so Shell can roll for me.
So Thorfinn, you don't think she ever noticed, but at some point during that long rest, Shell, you did notice that he was
Like in the tent,
observing a rock. Yeah, observing like
wrapping
a
up
rock,
one
so.
of Jimmy's wounds, and I just happen to like look outside as I'm kind of tying it off, and I can see Thorfinn like with a rune rubbing
Did
it
we
with
ever
his
make a
thumb.
new fire? Did we ever make a new fire that night, or
No, because it rained, right?
assumed?
Yeah, it rained.
Yeah. Okay. You might have seen the outline of him, but I don't know if you'd be able to see that small detail. Unless your goggles are special.
Just really don't know. Never can tell.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to add that little bit retroactively to the forgot about it in the moment.
Nice.
Problem. Now
This muscle
back.
isn't built to the mountain. It's built adjacent to the mountain.
Almost like it's almost attached to it, if that makes sense. Which you'll find out in just a moment, somewhat.
Okay.
So as you guys approach, fallen walls and stuff, there is enough pathway. There's like an area where you can still get through. And as you get closer, you see the statues kind of guarding the outside to the gate/door.
On an unrelated note, the second Barther gets out of his chains, he's not paying attention to the obvious. Well, it doesn't seem like a dungeon at this point because there's a wall, but he immediately goes over to Hien, gives him a pat on the shoulder, and then immediately tries to punch him square in the face.
Oh, for the love of Magmar.
Ian
I'll
will
be,
obviously respond by, punching him back after dodging, if possible.
So would that be a bit of a surprise round? So
No. Ian would easily know that this is coming because Arthur's been upset with him the whole time.
Knock it off, you two. Don't make me knock both of your kneecaps.
I mean, if he hits me, I'm going to hit him back.
yeah, let's get.
No, that's valid.
Let's get an unarmed strike.
Which, if you're not proficient with unarmed strike, that provokes an attack of opportunity.
No, so it's perfect. You get
It does?
Yep.
I play too
So
much 5e.
That's perfect.
You're not proficient.
So-
You have to have the feat improved unarmed strike, but whatever, same difference.
That's pretty much how you said you wanted to play that out anyway. It seems so.
Yeah, that's right.
Unarmed striking back.
Does he have any penalties because of the exhaustion?
Did it roll or did it not roll? Because I can't see what I rolled.
It looks like a 3.
I saw Bacon rolled an 8, and then the other d20 is a 3.
The other is a 3. So, okay, looks like we both missed. Perfect.
Does
Mine
this
was
turn
just a
into
tad closer to your face.
backyard, like child scrap, pulling
Looks
each
like
other's
it.
hair, like
I mean,
on each other's clothes?
No. It turns into like the Looney Tunes dust. A cloud of dust goes over them.
Yeah.
Thorfinn's just gonna walk between both of them. Shell, make sure they don't kill each other, please.
Well, it's subdual damage, so it's no big deal.
Yeah, you both miss, anyways.
Yeah, we both
But
missed.
little brawl. Thorfinn
They-
picks
they-
both of you up by your collars, stands you back up.
How can he pick us up?
Don't sass me like that,
Yeah.
cat. I know I missed. He had it coming.
Picks you up
He
by the
just
belt.
does. He just does.
He just does.
Nice.
It's more of an effort to lift up Barther because he's definitely heavier.
Yep, he's heavier than him.
He's a lot taller though, so you can't. You
You're
really have to get on
skinny.
your tippy toes to stand him up. But
I'll just look at Barther and be like, "Are you done?"
You two ought to be ashamed of yourselves.
I am Miss Show. I'm very ashamed of him.
I'm very
All right.
ashamed that we missed.
Shake hands and make up. Let's go.
My
I
fault,
don't have
gang.
time for this.
He puts his hand forward, trying to accept the shake.
I know it's coming. When you offer your hand, Ian will just look at it and walk away, and look at the area that we're gonna have to enter into.
Would you say he walked 5 feet away from me?
Yes, he took a 5-foot step.
If he gets close enough, can Thorfinn see if the entrance to the mausoleum is slightly ajar or is it firmly shut?
So you guys are. I was reading an ability, but so you guys are passing through.
So Ian was going to say that we should probably stealth forward if possible. Does that make sense?
Oh, now you choose stealth there, Mr. Poke. I'm going in how I want, and if we get killed, it's your fault.
That makes no sense. But you are a human, so that's normal.
I lived for a long time. Me. I'm so magical. Where's your magic, Wood Elf?
Not being hit by the enemy is my magic.
That's a lie. You use a bow, coward.
You didn't hit me, did you?
So stealth.
Was I trying to, was the question.
Are you guys leaving Jimmy out here? Are you
I
gonna
mean,
usher him
no.
through?
We can bring
Come
bacon
on,
then.
bacon. We don't got all day. You want some grass, preferably
least-
in the building?
So if you guys are trying to stealth, that would be what
No.
moves silently, actually, right? That's
Yeah.
3.5 thing.
Yeah. I think I left those 2 bags of grain back at the village. Technically,
Do you want my stealth roll?
I mean, is there any way we could just maybe hide Jimmy in one of these bushes? Probably not the best idea to take him into this unknown mausoleum that might be full of things we're not expecting.
Did you want our stealth rolls?
Yes, I want to move silently.
All right, here you go. This is for, I guess, me, since everybody else, I don't know if they're stealthing or not.
I'm not, and
Is
out
there
of spite.
All right, 14.
Is there a heavy armor penalty for
Yes.
stealth? Pretty sure there is.
Yes, there is.
What is it? -2, -4?
I think it depends on what type of armor you have.
Yeah,
It's
move
heavy.
silently is an
It's
opposed roll. If anybody's trying to hear you, your move silently sets the DC for their listen.
Okay.
So someone can roll for me, and then I'll take the penalty. It's just a flat roll.
All right.
It looks like a -2.
-2.
Okay.
Unless I'm
Unless he has a +2 with his dex, then that cancels, right?
No, just a flat roll.
There you go. A 13 then.
So it'd be an 11. Actually, no, wait. No. I'm sorry. Oh, no. It is a flat roll because the negative cuts out my +2 modifier.
okay.
I just don't have any ranks in move silently, but I have the dex modifier. But yeah, so that's not.
So how far do we get before we need to worry about being spotted so we don't move too far in advance? I don't want us to move all the way.
Yeah, also, I would like to seriously put Jimmy up against the rocks here and I don't know, put a few branches that just kind of like a lean-to block him or something.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Out
him
of
and
sight.
the pig. Yeah, him and the pig, block him in.
Mm-hmm.
You're making it easier for them to smell the pig.
Animal handling?
That would be Barther. It's his pig.
Since Barther's not doing it.
I'm sorry, do you want me to do something for you, elf?
No.
I don't take orders from you.
It was Shell that asked to do it.
Oh, thank you, Shaw. I'll go do it.
Can you please wrangle Bacon over here and have him watch over Jimmy as we go into whatever this is?
We move forward here on this has
I
to
got
stop.
a +5. Hoya!
You do realize it wasn't Ian who started it.
8.
Oh, man.
I don't care.
So before you guys start moving, I'm going to say it takes you almost 10 minutes to get Bacon and Jimmy set up and over in this, blocked off.
Okay, that makes sense.
But and then as you guys are preparing to head up, Ian, what was your move silently?
14.
14, and then a 13, and then Barther did not move silently, right?
No, he said he wasn't.
No, I did it out of spite.
Yep.
Okay, and then when you move up, Shell, are you moving silently? Okay.
Yeah,
And Thorfinn
that
was
is
an
a
11.
21.
Sheesh. 21 off of 15. Nice.
Shell disappears completely after
Yeah.
asking for
Shell.
the pig to be taken care of.
Shell.
Don't worry, Jimmy. We'll be back in no time. And I start heading up.
It's because your green diamond is too low.
Yeah, I just moved it up. Where? I'm gonna say you guys do make it to the door, and so is that
Okay, who's leading the charge? Because this is an honest
Thorfinn
question.
mentioned getting to the door first earlier, so I will
Okay,
keep that.
if nobody else was
Yep.
going to, I was going to barge in first, despite Ian.
So Ian would go up this tree.
Teacher, he needs
when
to
you
make a
get
climb
to the
check,
door,
teacher.
so you're trying to see if it's open, unlocked. It's not open.
Okay. He was trying to see if there's been recent activity, like someone going into the mausoleum, rather than it being permanently shut.
Well, I will say, I mean, just because you guys followed the path here, I think Thorfinn would assume, unless you want to like try and look for like actual footprints and try and do some forensics on the door. Otherwise, I don't. It's a shut door. I don't know if you would.
Are there any scrape? Is it the kind of doorway where it opens out, or is it the kind of doorway where it opens in?
Opens out.
So
pull the.
Are there any marks near the entrance that indicate that the door has been opened?
Spot
or search, depending on
search.
how thorough.
Yeah, actually, search would be probably better.
Search. That would be a roll +2.
All right, I'll roll for you. There you go. 20.
Yeah, scratch marks all over the handles of this door.
On the door? He was looking like scratches to see how recently.
Like the handles of the door, like all around it. There's like when someone misses their key on their car door.
Oh, I see. There's been a lot of
all over like the handles
door.
all over the near the handles, on the handles.
The scratch marks look to be human, goblin, animal.
Not human for sure.
No, definitely elven. Definitely, I can tell. Their claws come out at night.
Well, there's.
I was asking if
there's certainly some activity here.
If I can make it to the top of the tree, and does the top of the tree have any way to? If I can, does it have any way to connect to the actual top of the looks like runes over here to maybe peek over?
I guess you could see through that window and kind of peek over on the left, just by looking over. But
right.
You need to make a couple climb checks.
Yeah, so I was gonna say
I have climb. Yeah, my character has climb. Let's see. There we go. And it went way over there, didn't it? So that would be a 23 for the climb.
Yeah, you make it up. And then if you want to roll a spot to kind of see what you see.
Okay. Spot would be 15.
So you see like a little pack over here on the left. It definitely looks like ruins and some kind of between like the statues. You see the blue, blue crystals, and they possibly have been used for whatever this magic circle is. You see a couple gravestones and a corpse near the near that magic circle.
Is there any way to make it to the top of the runes from where I'm at, like jump over to it?
I mean, yeah, you could definitely try. I don't know if that'd
Just
be
to like maybe get to like right here. What would you like for the roll? Climb check.
Yeah, that, and I think you need to do it's a jump in 3.5, right?
Yeah, it's so if you're not running, jump is significantly harder. Obviously, he's probably not running here.
No, I'm not running.
Jumping from the top of the tree over to the top of the ruin wall.
All right, so here's the jump.
And the climb, if something happens. Okay.
That's
So
a
you
19
make
on
the
the
jump
die.
and then the climb for your like footing and things.
Okay.
Or got it. So you were trying to have him judge for like when he landed. It would actually be balance for the landing.
Oh, my bad.
So you want balance instead?
Yeah, balance.
So balance is plus. Is that a skill balance?
It is. Yep.
Oh, then it's a +4 because it's
Dex based. If you don't have any skills in it.
Yeah, I have +4 dex. So that was 18.
You make it up here.
It'd be like somewhere between a 15 and 17, so you'd be good.
All right. I don't see anything else once I'm up here. Now that it's more of a direct path of sight instead of looking through a window.
I'm trying to just see your angle and stuff. You don't make out anything else additional, so
No.
Pretty much described everything out here. I mean, the statues, there's the magic circle with like stacked skulls. There's the corpse to the right, the blue crystals.
All right, I'll just describe it to the party below quietly, and then go from there. Wait for them to see if they want to open the door or not. I'll have my bow ready, just in case.
Does that sound familiar to Barther? Like, is this the summoning circle that he dreamed about?
There's what? I call back extremely loudly. Ah, that sounds so interesting.
Everyone would look over.
Guys, I might have had some random dream about this, but like, it was a weird circle that my parents. I don't know why my mom was there. She hasn't been here in years, but like, my parents were tied up around this weird circle thingy. I'm specifically speaking out of earshot of the elf because I dislike him.
The elf
would
is
you be able
ignoring
to?
you.
Shell, would you be able to, if we had to get past the entrance here, to deal with the hinges possibly to help get the door open?
If we had
Possibly.
to. Can I just see if the door's unlocked before we spend 3 hours over a door puzzle?
What are you trying to do the door,
Like,
Barther?
I just try and open the door.
Yeah, so while you're asking Shell to like help with the door, or, like help with the hinges, and Barther just walks up and
The greatest in puzzle.
sorry,
in
they
D&D.
open in.
The greatest puzzle in D&D, a door.
I mean, if you ask my other party, it's a shin high rock or a lightly sloped hill.
Yep.
Dear God.
Well, at least the door wasn't trapped.
This thing
Is that-
seems centuries of years old.
Hey,
Like a
Barth,
certain elf. And so I'm
Is
gonna
that
say it's
corpse?
probably not trapped.
Barther, is that corpse over there your father?
I hate you.
Let's see.
I don't know. Have you went and looked?
Whoops.
Go ahead and check. We'll stay here at the entrance in case anything comes out.
I'm gonna slightly say I'm the most crippled here. Like, I have a solid 5 HP and I'm tired. But sure, I'll go check, cause none of y'all can walk into a room.
Well, only you know what your father looks like.
And
But you're also have a better health in case of what he was saying, an ambush.
can Ian get up here and just like walk across like the top this way? I mean, it doesn't look very difficult.
Yeah, I'd be able to.
All right, and then can he make his way down to like this level over here?
Sorry, I was my ruler is
Your ruler's not rulering.
first. I need to see when Barther goes in before you move.
Oh, okay. I'll put my character back. Sorry.
Because like was Barther walking in as he was complaining? That's why I just needed to double check.
I like turn around. It's like the Disney thing where with them as
Before you get there,
You die.
This other part that Ian spotted, is it adjacent to the mausoleum entrance, or is it in the mausoleum in a separate open ceiling area?
so ask, what was the question about the mausoleum? Sorry.
The spot that Ian spotted in the tree, is it adjacent to the mausoleum entrance, or is it part of the mausoleum? But
So this is what I was
inward
describing
and
as
has
a
an open-
mausoleum like entrance. Like I just didn't know how to describe it. To me, it's like almost like a eroded entrance to like some kind of crypt cemetery place. So
Okay.
that's all.
Yeah.
On the
That's what I
back
was saying, I
wall
was
does
trying
have a
to-
door in it.
True.
Because if the way to access that place would be to go just through the main entrance rather than off to the side, then Thorfinn would have suggested all three of them go to check it out. How is Shell doing, by the way?
Stealth. With a 20 something.
Oh, that's right. We don't know where she is.
Yep.
All right. So as you pass through, this this man in robes charges out, and then in a language you guys do not understand. He grabs onto Barther's shoulder
I called it. You guys never take any hits except for Jimmy, who I'm not saying anything bad about because he took a hit, and I'm not going to sass him at all. He's a cool guy. I told you.
How far ahead is Barther when this happens?
He's like recharged right out in front of the door. Like you're a few feet, technically.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, I entrust my cat with Shell, so if I die, my cat goes to Shell and the pig goes to Shell. Anyway, Ian gets nothing. Okay, cool. I'm gonna die now.
Kingdorfin tried to shove the guy back a bit, put some between
Not yet.
him
Like
and Barther.
you're not that close. You would be able to like get to him
Okay.
after this, but we're about to go into initiative.
sure.
He was like tucked in a cubby, but there's like a L shape to the wall behind the door that he hid under when you guys failed the move silently earlier. And
Gotcha.
So you just use harm touch.
yeah, he's inflict light wounds.
Oh no.
It's not even
And the pet.
so.
I mean,
when
harm touch.
laying your hand upon a creature, you channel negative energy that deals 1d8 points of damage plus 1
Oh,
for caster
God.
level.
You weren't kidding. Oh no.
It's a touch attack, right?
So
So
it
you
says
saw-
ranged touch, but it's not a touch attack.
Like,
I called it.
I don't see attack roll in the spell.
No, there's no attack roll. It is just creature touched. So if Barther was actively defending against him, it probably would be a melee touch attack. But I think as a surprise, like it's not very hard to just touch somebody.
Because he was just kind of stumbling in, like, oh, no one wants to go in. I'll go in.
Yep.
And came up behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Cowards.
No, you're being loud. You're being noisy.
So,
So that just kind of depends on what level you want this person to be, but it'd be +1 or 2.
right. I was going to say +1, so 7 points.
And then you do get a will saving throw to halve the damage.
will save.
DC
That.
probably like 12 DC.
Is anything triggering my detect undead?
Hey, no,
close
my
are
will's
you now?
actually. Wait, why is my will good?
Well, I'll say if you've moved up to as you know where you are.
Where my turn
Currently-
is.
Your will is
Currently where you're
related to your
standing, then
charisma.
not yet. No.
Okay.
Well, I guess I shouldn't have said not yet.
It's charisma, not Or is it wisdom?
It is
Will is
60
charisma.
feet, but
Yeah, I did a
Fortitude is
measure
con,
tool off of you
reflex
earlier.
is dex. Will is charisma.
Willpower saving throw by default is wisdom. There are things you can do to change that. Like there's a feat
Oh
called.
no, sorry, no. Will is wisdom. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. I wrote this down as a +3, but I think my wisdom
you have a-
modifier is -1.
You have a +3 to your will save. I'm looking at it right now.
From what?
Okay. Alright, because of my thing.
Oh,
15!
it's the cat. The cat gives you +3. I forgot.
That should half it.
Yeah.
There's no
it would
way
probably
to
be like
save
DC
DC.
12 or
Yeah.
so.
So half of 7 is it's rounded to 4, yeah?
I thought it was
Always round
6
down.
damage, though.
Always round down.
It was
It's
6
6 plus
damage,
1.
though. Oh, it's 6 plus 1.
So you take 3 necrotic damage as you because Barther doesn't really like wear armor, and you guys, as he gets grabbed, you guys see this vein, like the veins start to like go black up his neck, and then now we'll be in a roll for
This
initiative.
is a different feeling from when I get angry. This is like evil. Huh.
turn-based mode.
Why do I feel good when I get upset and that weird glowy thing? This is all in his head. And you feel the weird glowy thing. That's really like, I never really thought about this before. To be fair, I should have listened to my friends and not let my anger take over me. This was a really stupid idea. However, I'm really angry at Ian, and spite is spite, so game is game. However, I also don't want to go down.
Is that the conversation you have with the cultist?
No, that's
no. I'm saying this all in my head as he's touching me.
How do we set the initiative again? I think it's always
go to the cog in between previous and next, and that goes into edit mode, and then you click on the minis in order to add them to the. Well, you can redirect them if you need to, but it's easiest if you click on them in order.
Would either Shell or he roll for me, please?
Yeah.
No, I have a +2.
All right, I'll roll first for you. Here you go. You got a 8 with your
That's
plus.
a 10.
No, 6 with your +2 is 8.
Oh, okay. So with the +2, it's an 8. Okay.
Yeah.
You can also, if that players list is up in your grill.
How do you know your initiative modifier?
Should be on your character sheet.
I think I was too dumb to write that down.
It's your dex modifier. It's whatever your dex modifier is.
Yeah, if you didn't have anything else that modified it, because there are other things by default.
I have a 2.
Yeah.
So.
Yep. So that would be 18.
Let's do I thought there was like a chat on for rolls.
There is. It's the book on the top right.
So.
Is the inflict minor wounds thing a homebrew thing, or is that like a real spell?
Spell.
3/5. So
wait, but if you deal 1d8, then why doesn't minor heal 1d8?
It does.
So the difference is there's cure and inflict. Cure is positive energy, which for most people will be healing and will harm undead. Inflict for most people will hurt them and heal undead.
I think he's confused because Shell only heals for 1 point, and he's wondering why it's not 1d8.
I'm not sure what exactly magic spell's using.
It's a level 0 spell.
Because what he used on you was a spell, and what I'm using is a cantrip.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, so you can use that an infinite number of times?
No, I can't.
Cantrips aren't the same.
It's not the same as 5e.
There's 0 level spells instead of cantrips in this. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they also call
Spell
them
use.
cantrips, but yeah, cantrips are limited. They're not unlimited. That was a 5th edition change.
Yeah.
So just for some of these usernames have me like thrown off. So 25 through 20.
I am Amras because I am his son in real life.
I'm just gonna go down in numbers and just tell me when you're in that window. It's 25 through 20. Nobody. And then 20 through 15.
Barther.
Me.
Barther.
That would be I.
And you had 18. And then what? So 15 through 10.
Shell had 10.
I have 10. Oh, no, I have 8. Sorry.
Shell had 10.
10 through 5. That'll be 2.
That'd be
Thorfinn had 8.
yeah, and then Ian had 6.
And are you still up in the tree, or are you over somewhere?
I'm on the actual arch.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna make it over and then go around to the corner where I didn't know he was there, but I was just gonna make it around over there to see inside, but someone walked in, so.
Clicking. I'm clicking.
I'm clicking. I'm clicking.
Trying to put you in the turn order.
Is it? Is it dimly lit inside?
That's weird. Maybe
where-
try hitting apply and then like go
Uh-huh.
back to edit. Yeah, that should be working. Or maybe it's right click. I'm just forgetting.
I just clicked there and it worked. Oh, but now it doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know why I don't know how it chooses who it starts on, but just skip through until you get to whoever's supposed to be first. Yeah.
Okay, we got it. So
I think first
it was
initiative was
Barther.
Barther.
Me, I believe.
yeah, it is.
Okay, so I am going to immediately cast my funny devotion trait. Well, it's not a cast, it's more I do it instinctively to, like, fight against the evil. D6 plus, and if it's an odd, it's damage. If it's even, it's...
Close, yeah. Odd is attack, not damage.
Oh my god. So I have a +5. Do I have any negatives because I'm EP or no?
Yeah, you're still fatigued, aren't you?
Yeah,
fatigued.
that's what I'm asking about. EP is kind of like sleepy, but I dropped the S and L.
Because you're sleepy.
Fatigue, give a -2 to strength and dex. So effectively,
So it's a
your
13. So
attack roll and damage are
3.
-1, and your AC is -1.
Okay, so I have a. Okay, so I have a +4. Does a 9 hit?
A 9 does not hit.
You should have more than 4 though, right? What's your base attack bonus?
Oh shoot! Right, base attack.
Should be
It's strength, right?
Your
Oh
base
yeah,
attack should be 1, and then you have -2 to strength, so your strength is currently 14.
So 14 would be a +2 normally, and then base attack is another 1, so that's +3. And then you rolled a 5 on your dice, so you should be at a +8.
Okay, so does a... Oh shit, I gotta do math, hold on.
5 + 8.
Does a 13 hit?
It does.
Yay! Now watch me hit.
Watch me hit. Watch me nay.
Okay, let's watch me hit.
And watch you as he catches you off guard and as your veins start to go black, you just like whip your axe around and it's like carve like right through his chest, and he just kind of like gasps out and keels over on the ground. That was quick.
I may or may not have metagamed and accidentally looked at stream when you clicked on his mini and saw he had 5 health. Or like 10. I think
that doesn't change the facts.
Yeah, it doesn't change
one
your
shot
activity. You're still gonna hit him.
And you
I just turn to the party and go, you see, it wasn't that bad. Now, if you excuse me, I just cough up the black ichor. It wasn't that bad.
As you're that much closer to dying. Perfect.
Oh, whoops.
Get off that ledge and you take that hit then. Uh-huh. I don't hear you complaining. Do you want to take the hit?
What's the lighting
If you want, I can do the 7 damage.
What's the what situation?
What's the lighting inside? Is it dim?
Well, this is open, so there's no roof here.
Oh, okay.
Can I loot him now? Can I loot the Mr. Magic Man? Because I want to learn magic.
I mean, you can investigate him. Or search him, rather. Search him, rather. That's what I meant to say.
I believe it is a -1. I'll check that after.
Should be a -1.
Minus.
He's
alive again. Oh, there. No, he's back. Now he's laying down.
Dang it! I cut him in half already.
He has like other than his like robe with like it has like symbols with like stuff that you can't read. So some symbols like on his robe. He has a pouch full of like random kind of like herbs and dust and like components. And then he doesn't have any money, and he doesn't have any weapons.
Broke.
Yeah. So that's all you find. Spell component pouch.
Are we still in turn order?
No.
Can I just take the clothes off his body because they vaguely look magical? Like I'm gonna just take his robe and his pouch. Look,
Sure.
I can do magic now. I'm so magical now. Watch, I'm gonna do the thing, and I walk up to Thorfinn. I touch him. Damage. Go. Hiya. Why isn't it working? Come on. Do the thing.
You didn't do your magical girl transformation.
Just goes to where the attack happened to try and see if there's any other threats in the area.
Roll a spot, and then.
To be clear, just to where Barther was, not any further.
Oh, yeah, no, you don't. This is an immediate area. You don't see any threats. As you come into the doors, Shell, you still have your goggles set to detect undead.
Yeah, I'll cast it.
So as you walk in, if you see just to the right of the summoning circle, circle, a magic circle is what I meant to say. There's a corpse. It's pretty decayed already. You kind of vaguely see like this, almost like I guess a ghost, almost kind of like sitting where that corpse is sitting, sad. Yeah, it's like he's just kind of there, lingering, very upset look on his face, and it disappears.
And there's also a dead body at your feet.
You're dead. You touched me and made me feel oddly negative when despite my powers are positive for some reason. That was a weird feeling.
Hey, Barther.
Careful now. There are spirits about us.
Hey, Barther.
Yeah.
Is that pack over there? And I'll point to the pack over yonder and say, is that anyone's that you recognize?
Yeah, totally. I'm gonna go over to the pack that I didn't know was there and go try and loot it.
Yeah.
Yep. Let me see. Do I need to do a search, Mr. DM, sir?
Yes, you do.
I'm just going to let you know now. I'm going to be pointing out this stuff all the time to him since he doesn't check for traps.
Find 2 flies that exit the pack.
Can't get the straps off.
Yeah, he's having he's so mad and like tired, having issues with like the buckles, like you can't even get like it's like you bit your nails too short, so you're having a problem getting the knots undone.
So now you're angry that you cut your nails too short?
Yeah.
I have a second strategy to this. I pull out my axe and I'm just like, I could cut the straps this way. Yeah, that'll work. And I slowly start like cutting it slowly, like it's a knife.
Yes, let's destroy stuff. More stuff.
I let Thorfinn know that I saw something over by the corpse.
What was it exactly? What was it?
Well, maybe it's spirit. It kind of ran away,
Hey,
but it was there, hanging out by its bones. Maybe it wants its body back.
Is there any evidence of the mausoleum continuing beyond this point?
Hey,
Or-
Barther.
Just a single mausoleum.
There is a
'Cause he
door.
remembers those scratches on the front of the door. Yeah, there is a further entrance ahead.
And while Barther's messing with that sack, I'm gonna yell to him and say, Barther, there's a sack of gold coins on the at the corpse up there.
I have in this economy, gold is quite rare and is quite a sought-after resource. I don't knowing myself to be rather lenient upon money, I go on a rant about money as I'm slowly cutting through it. Clearly not fooled.
Something that Thorfinn would notice, though, as you guys are kind of peering around, I wouldn't, especially if you were going like with Shell towards that area. The blue crystals in the circle and to the side are, forgive me if I pronounce it wrong, Kalium.
Yeah.
Barther, you don't see them at the moment because you're busy with the pack, but
Shiny crystals that he doesn't see.
Is that a term? Is that a term Thorfinn would know and recognize?
so they are crystals / stones that are like they're exceptionally rare outside of Tonda, and they are I mean, since you're from Tonda, I know that people, that's like where it's from.
Yes.
That you know it's used for, like the Church of Bana uses it for, there are sacred gems and crystals to the Church of Bana. Used in rituals and things they do.
I haven't seen these types of gems in a long while.
And it's, I would say it's probably, I would say it would be upsetting, probably more so, I guess, for when Barther sees them, but that they're being used in a location and for, like they have sticks with skulls and like they're using them for bad, not good purposes, right? So I think it'd be very upsetting for both of you.
Side note, could I get so fed up I pick up the pack and start moving over to Shell like a child and asking her to open it like a bag of chips I couldn't open?
Oh, sure, if you want.
So
do that.
Asking the little gnome to open the.
Miss Shell, you're very dexterous, and I don't trust the elf. Could you open this pack, please? Also, wait, what? Why are they using mom's stones for? Huh?
I'm gonna ask the dwarf if breaking that circle is a good or bad thing.
From what I know, it's not my faith, but that those who follow Bana typically use these blue gems in their rituals. I haven't seen them since last time I was in Tundra, and that was several years ago.
No, breaking circle, good or bad?
I can't say. I'm not one for magic.
All right, DM,
Okay.
I'm gonna break the circle by shooting it.
Could I make a request before he tries to break the circle? Roughly the same. Could I make a religion check? To see if I like, not like it, that I know how to read, but like if I know the specific, like if it's a circle that I would know via my religion, or if it's like evil and a rule breaker, if you will.
You can certainly try.
Thorfinn would call out to Ian and say, "If you can't keep an eye on that other door."
I couldn't hear you. You broke up. Say again.
Okay, so it's just intelligence. That is a -1. Yeah. $11.
Do you have knowledge religion?
Do I have to know it?
Yes.
Oh,
I only play through 5, or I only play 5e. So
if you don't have
usually
it, you
normal.
can't,
Okay, never mind. That never happened.
But I mean, just generally looking, it appears evil. They're using, like blood and stacked skulls, and it definitely seems evil. Regardless,
I'm gonna go
it wouldn't take a religion check, really. I don't think, to just make it for it to seem that way.
Shell has knowledge religion. I'll see if there's anything that stands out, or if there are any like signs to be able to determine what evil religions is going on here.
6.
17.
Nice.
So with your religion, it's not.
Like, are there any markings or insignias or
some of the different like rituals and circles that you've like read and or heard about, especially some of like the old stuff that gnomes have used long ago. Various different types of like summoning circles, just generic ritual circles for other just various kinds of worship, and teleportation circles.
Unrelated question.
So it could be a number of those, but you don't see any like specific like indicators for which like this one is per se, but it's definitely one. It has the crystals here. It's with the cultists attacking with magic. I think it's very obvious it's magical in nature.
Could I make a request? Has Ian's fired the arrow now, right?
Oh,
to disrupt the circle. Because like after that, I want to go be an idiot and go try and pick up the rocks that my mom had that one time when I was little.
I'm gonna have you say that again because my brain. But another thing you pick up on Shell is it is it seems like it's probably demonic. It appears demonic.
Okay.
Could I go be not smart and go pick up the funny rocks that remind me of my mother?
Yeah.
I think if Barther like walks up, I'll definitely attempt to like put my hand out to suggest, to not do that. And if he continues further, then I will move back before he does that.
I presume I noticed the crystal next to the dragonborn looking statue to my character's left?
Yeah. Those would be the more
is that like attached to the floor, or is it just standing?
They're just there.
Could I just pick them up and put them in my pack?
Yeah.
Is there a specific weight for that?
So I'm gonna say they're not like directly as large as they appear. So it's kind of be like having like a chunk of what's the clear crystal that people sell? Quartz, yeah. In terms of size, like like a little piece of quartz you could buy from the store or whatever. But,
how do you spell like the name of the thing?
I almost wanted to say copium, but
Collium, Colium.
Wow. That's awesome.
Would Thorfinn know how much that would be worth?
Also, a question: how much would that weigh? Like 0.5, because it's like a rock.
Less
Not
than
even?
a pound for all three of them, for sure. Like, yeah, a few ounces. Oh man, I'm assuming based on crystals, I guess they could be more, but
say like 0.2.
So as you go to pick them up, Thorfinn, do you have a history?
For value,
knowledge,
would be a phrase, if that was what you were trying to get to.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, it would be a praise, but it's just a +2 for that. There's no rank in that, just a +2.
Okay.
But that's coming from. Well, actually, no. This is the race. That's more so using things that are made of ice rather than stone. But if you want to rule because of it being,
I think I'd rule because of them being from Tonda. It'd fall into that. I think that's safe.
Tonda, sorry. Okay, so it'd be a +2 to the roll. So it would just be flat.
Probably a DC 15.
Who do you want to roll for you?
Shell.
Barther, as you're picking them up, something you do notice, and nat 20. Do you happen to have a price on?
I don't. We can handle that between sessions.
Yeah, okay,
you definitely have a good estimation.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ones on the ground you picked up, Barther, have like a
also
faint
the
glow
rarity
to them still.
Plus the size of the gems too.
Yeah.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm not selling these at all. I'm gonna use them for personal use.
The ones you pick up though have like a faint glow to them still, and the ones inside the circle. And I'd say as he's picking them up, and people have like kind of like eyes on him, like they're in his hands. You guys can kind of see that blue glow like against the color of his skin, and like the ones inside the circle are no longer glowing.
Does like the glow seem, for the better word, familiar to me, or like not really? If I can put that in a weird, vague way.
I know what you mean. I don't know if it would be familiar necessarily, but
okay.
As more so, it's clear that they still have magical affinity in them, and the ones in the circle do not. I don't think Barther would understand that part, but I was stating like everyone can kind of notice there's a glow to the ones in your hands, and then so the magic people might pick up on that.
Orphan's gonna note that happening, but keeping a watchful eye on that other door, considering there was already an ambush on Barther.
I'm fine. I can totally do that again. I cough up another thing of the black, ichor liquid. Nah, I'm fine. I could totally take another one of those.
So Ian will go ahead and do what he said he was going to a while ago, which was to break the circle by shooting it.
It's just like shooting one of the bones on the circle.
Yeah.
I don't think you could shoot it, and I'm gonna see how accurate you are, I guess.
Okay.
Not that there's a big DC, but
a square has a DC or an AC of 5, so more specific items probably somewhere between 10 and 15, whatever makes sense to you.
So that's
so you hit the bones and kind of knock the two, like on the bottom right, kind of it hits and bounces them inwards, and nothing appears to happen from it, though.
all right. Good. Just curious.
Did anyone ever finish searching that bag?
Nope.
Okay.
I handed it to Shell.
Yeah, and then you basically dropped it when you saw the little blue thing. Shell never actually took it from you. Shell kept walking.
I'll I guess investigate it, see if it's trapped or anything.
Give me a search.
Yep. Shell can't get it open either.
Definitely not trapped, I guess.
Now Shell's like zooming in, changing her lenses, trying to figure out, she's also bit her nails too short and can't get the knots undone on the straps. And as she's fiddling with the bag, that's where we'll pick up next session.
Awesome.
Okay.
Thanks for playing, everybody. Had a blast. You all did too.
Of course, if everybody isn't already, our wonderful DMing from Atma and Spio, Shell's player, are both from the Moral Woes tabletop gaming community. And we're super, super appreciative of them sharing their time and their talents and their expertise with us for many things, but for as far as it's pertinent to tonight, for the Chronicles campaign. And make sure, please, to go and check them out on Twitch and YouTube as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, without further ado, we'll see you all next time, and stay excellent to each other.
Indeed. Thank you.
Take care.